Yep.
Did you follow the White Rabbit?
It was a nice weekend, teacher. Thank you.
Good. Okay. We'll wait just a minute for everyone to arrive.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
How you doing?
Good, good.
Looks very nice. Okay, so I'm just checking here, so I'll leave you with the class. You are the host, yes?
Okay, yes, I appear
Okay.
to have the ability to share and do everything. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you soon.
Perfect. Bye-bye.
Okay, let's just wait a couple of minutes for anyone else to join. We only have 9. That's about half of usual. Okay. Let's start with our transcript here. And let's start with Aurelius. Yeah? Are you on, Aurelius? Maybe not. Diana or Deanna? Uh-oh, nobody's here. Am I here? Can you guys hear me?
I'm here.
Yeah, I hear you very well.
Yes, we're here.
Okay, okay, good.
Yes, teacher, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So let's start then with Jimena, because Jimena has her microphone open. Jimena, would you start out with this sentence as if you were Ira Glass? You're going to be the narrator of the show, and I'd like to hear you speak, and I will probably ask you some questions, okay? But I just want you to read this first paragraph.
Okay. I think probably every 2 years I read an article about some science who thinks there might be a way building of chicken DNA or whatever to figure out the DNA of dinosaurs and bring one to life. I feel like I run into these stories all the time. There were those scientists a couple years ago who were talking about how you could take another Neanderthal DNA and use it to create new Neanderthals.
Excellent. Okay, Neanderthals. Very difficult word to pronounce, but you did a great job.
Okay.
Very small thing. This is dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, plural. One dinosaur, 2 or more dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Right.
Okay.
So, Diana, who feels like she runs into these stories all the time? Who?
Diana or me?
Oh, sorry, Jimena. Jimena, sorry. Jimena, who
Okay,
feels
okay,
like
no problem.
who feels like she runs into these stories all the time?
I do.
Do you feel like you run into these stories all the time?
Yes, I do.
Does Donald Trump feel like he runs into these stories all the time?
No, he doesn't.
So who feels like she runs into these stories all the time?
I feel like I run into these stories all the time.
Okay, now I'm going to say the sentence and I want you to ask me the questions. I feel like I run into these stories all the time.
Who feels like who feels like it's running to these stories all the time?
Well, now you're talking about a person, since you're talking about who, so you probably don't want to call me an it.
Who feels like you run into these stories all the time?
Well, you could either use you or he. Who feels like he is running or he runs, to keep the same form? Who feels like he runs into these stories all the time, or who feels like you run into these stories all the time?
Okay. Who feels like he runs into these stories all the time?
I do.
Do you feel like you run into these stories all the time?
Yes, I do.
Does Valentina feel like she runs into these stories all the time?
She runs.
She runs into these stories all the time.
Yes, she does. I mean, no, she doesn't. Sorry.
Okay. Who feels like he runs into these stories all the time?
I feel like I run into these stories all the time. Good. Aran Jacobo, Andres Felipe, are you here?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Next paragraph starting here.
Okay. All this is, I think, the realist ongoing. One going, I think, is an actual thing. There is a team led by a Harvard science trying to bring back the woolly mammoth.
Hey, hold on just a minute. There's, not
Okay.
there is, there's a team
There's, okay.
led by a Harvard scientist trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. Mammoth.
Woolly mammoth. Mammoth.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, so one more time.
Okay. Okay. Or this is, I think, the realist one going, I think, is an actual thing. There's a team led by a Harvard scientist trying to bring up the woolly mammoth. That's right. The woolly mammoth and have herds of them cropping through the Siberian tundra. That's the actual plan. And can I just say, I know your science, you have your reason, but whenever I read this stuff, I think, did you guys not see Jurassic Park? How we learned nothing from the movies.
Good. Okay, so one sentence there, right here. And can I just say, I know you scientists. I know you scientists, you have your reasons. Okay, good. So,
I say the.
no, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Okay, so you see this sentence?
Okay, that's the actual plan.
What's the actual plan?
That is.
Yes, that is good. Is that the actual plan?
Yes, that is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Sorry. Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Is that the actual car?
No, it isn't.
So what is it?
That's the actual plan.
Yeah, I also could say, oh, what is that? That's the actual plan.
Okay, what is
Okay,
that? Okay.
okay. How about this? Go.
Okay. You have your reasons.
Who have their reasons?
You have. You see.
No,
No,
you're right.
you do. You
You
have.
do.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes.
You do, yep. Yep, yep.
Right. Do you have your reasons?
No, I don't.
Do
Sorry.
I have
Oh, I'm right? No.
depend, you can interpret this two different ways. How about, do I have my
Yes.
reasons? Do I have
It's
my
a little
reasons?
bit weird. Okay, again, teacher.
Do I have my reasons?
No, I don't.
So who has their reasons?
You have your reasons.
Yes, okay, good enough. Okay, so I'll read the next section. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Thank you, Jeff
Okay.
Goldblum. Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people, sews them together on a lab table, sews them together, sews, not sews, not sells, sews. Okay? Jolts them with electricity, very showy electricity, dare I say. The creature comes to life and then does things the scientist did not anticipate at all. Unintended consequences, my friends. Okay. Aurelius, did you arrive yet? No, maybe a microphone problem. Okay, David, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, go David. The Ian Malcolm quote and then Ira Glass's follow-up, Ira Glass's paragraph.
Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Thank you, Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people, sews them together on a lab table, jolts them with some electricity. Very showy electricity. There I say, the creature comes to life and then does things the scientists did not anticipate at all. Unintended consequences, my friends.
Excellent. Okay, small things. This word, creature. Creature. All right? This sentence. Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people. Accent, stress on dead, not Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people. Okay? The important part of this is the dead part. Collects the body parts of dead people, sews them together, jolts them with some electricity. Okay, so David, I'll say the sentence, ask me the questions, please, if you will. Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people.
Who collects the body parts of dead people?
Dr. Frankenstein does.
Does Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people?
Close. One more time.
Does
Remember, when you're
collect-
talking about Dr. Frankenstein, you're talking about he. So that's singular, talking about he.
Does Dr. Frankenstein collect the body parts of dead people?
Great. Yes, he does.
Does Joshua collects the body parts of dead people?
No, he doesn't.
So who collects the body parts of dead people?
Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people. Good. So, Deanna, are you here?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, will you say the David, will you say the sentence, please? And Deanna, will you please ask the questions?
Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people.
Who collects the body parts of dead people?
Dr. Frankenstein does.
Does Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people?
Yes, he does.
Does Maria collects the body parts of dead people?
No, she doesn't.
So, who collects the body parts of dead people?
Dr. Frankenstein collects the body parts of dead people.
Good. Deanna, that was almost perfect. The only mistake you made was asking the question, does Dr. Frankenstein collect? No S. Okay?
Okay.
Does he collect the body parts? Or does Maria, whoever you said, collect? Does she collect the body parts of dead people? Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, so Deanna, next paragraph, please.
It's not just in the movies, by the way. Of course, as we all know, discoveries in subatomic physics left the lab. Decades later, we got nuclear bombs, since science construed ways with computers to network with each other in the 60. Now, half a century later, we end up with the resonance through our electric through social media.
Good, okay. Couple of words. Elections, Russians, scientists, decades, subatomic. So it's not just in the movies, by the way. Of course, as we all know, discoveries in subatomic physics left the lab. Decades later, we got nuclear bombs. Scientists constructed ways with computers to network with each other in the 60s. That's the 1960s. Now, half a century later, we end up with the Russians trolling our elections through social media. Okay. Fabian, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, teacher.
You know the structure, right? You know the questions?
Yeah, so, no problem.
Okay, cool. And Fanny, are you here? Fanny? Maybe no?
Wikipedia. Fanny was an American rock band active in the early 1900s.
So Fanny's not here, or at least doesn't answer. Hernan? You're here, Hernan? No. Isabella, are you here? Oh boy, this is strange. So Fabian is here. Jaime, are you here? Dios Santos.
I think it's a little panic scenic, maybe.
You think what? Sorry?
I think it's maybe panic scenic.
Teacher, Jaime said that his microphone doesn't work.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Valentina, here you are. So let's have Valentina and Fabian. Fabian, I will read the sentence once and then you read it after me, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to this paragraph. Cylons return Cylons return to Caprica to kill all the humans who invented them. Okay, that one's not real, but my point is the same. Unintended consequences. They happen when the experiment leaves the lab. And today on our show, we have 3 examples, 3 telling examples from 3 very different kinds of labs. One of them, okay, one of those labs is actually just a laboratory of human feelings, but still. From WBEZ Chicago, it's This American Life. I'm Ira Glass, stay with us. Okay, so Fabian, just this section you have to read.
Okay. Cylons return to Caprica to kill all the humans who invented them. Okay, that one's not real, but my point is the same. Unintended consequences. They happen when the experiment leaves the lab. And today on our show, we have 3 examples. 3 telling examples from 3 very different kinds of labs. One of them, okay, one of those labs is actually just a laboratory of human feelings, but still.
Okay, good. I'm going to say a sentence. It's going to be based on this sentence. Okay, so everyone pay attention to this sentence. Unintended consequences. They happen when the experiment leaves the lab. I'm going to change this sentence to say, I'm going to replace they with unintended consequences, because that's the meaning of they. He's calling attention to the idea unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab. Okay? Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to move this so we're not looking at it. All right? If hopefully you're not looking at it, but I just want you to listen. Okay? And Fabian, ask me the questions. Unintended consequences happen. Now I forgot when the when the experiment leaves the lab. So ask me the question.
Sorry, I can't remember all the whole sentence.
Unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab. Unintended consequences happen is the verb when the experiment leaves the lab.
Okay, leaves the lab. Okay.
You're writing it down?
Yeah, sorry.
I don't want you to write it down. Don't look at it.
Okay, sorry.
Don't look at it.
Sorry, it's my mistake.
Okay, so I'm going to say unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab. And why don't you ask me the what question, please?
Okay, what happened when the experiment leaves the lab?
Okay, good, except what happens? What happens? You have to put the S on.
Why is not unintended consequences? Or is unintended consequences? Is plural or is singular?
Doesn't make any difference. When you ask the who question, the who question assumes that you don't know. if it's plural or singular. So by rule, you use singular all the time.
Okay, okay.
There are very few exceptions to that rule. Don't try to do grammar on this one. When you are using the who question, the who interrogative, always use singular.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes. So one more time. Unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab.
Okay. What happens when the experiment leaves the lab?
Unintended consequences do.
Okay. Those unintended consequences happen.
Do. Now you know it's plural. So you have to use do.
Okay. Do unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
What are you going to change? Change unintended consequences to playing golf.
Okay. Playing golf happens.
Does always, yes, no questions almost always start with a verb. Do
Play.
Actually, for this, because it's playing golf is singular, so you have to say does. Sorry.
Does playing golf happen when the experiment leaves the lab?
No, it doesn't.
So unintended consequences.
No. Just your same what question? We just changed unintended consequences to golf. So now just ask the what question.
Those unintended consequences happen.
No, this is the what question, not a yes, no question.
Okay. So what happened when the experiment leaves the lab?
Unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now try it again. This time, Valentina, you are going to say the sentence, but please don't read it. Unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab.
Unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab.
Same question, Fabian. Make it easy.
Okay. What happens when the experiment leaves the lab?
Good.
Unintended consequences. That's
Do.
do.
Plural.
It's plural. Unintended consequences do.
Okay. Does play
do
playing football?
No, first ask the yes question.
Excuse me, sorry?
First ask the yes question.
Okay. Does playing football?
Okay, Fabian, this is the yes question. You don't change anything. You just say, do unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the room?
Okay. Do unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab?
Yes, they do.
Good. Now you can use playing football and use does.
Okay. Does playing football happen when the experiment leaves the lab?
No, it doesn't.
So unintended consequences happen when...
No. You changed unintended consequences to playing football. Now you have to ask the what question, just like last time.
Sorry. So what happens when the experiment leaves the lab?
Unintended consequences happen when the experiment leaves the lab.
Good.
Okay.
Isabella, are you here? Isabella. Jorge Calderon, are you here?
Yes, teacher. But
Yes.
I get it now, and I don't know
Okay.
what is the sentence.
Okay, wait a minute then. Wait a minute. I'll call you next, okay? Juan Jose,
Okay, teacher.
are you here? Juan Jose? Juan Jose Suarez. Julian Tarazona.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Julian. Let's see. Let's have Julian, I'm going to have you read this sentence. Act 1, breakout star. Okay, so we begin with this experiment gone wrong. Like I said, this is not a traditional experiment, not a traditional laboratory, but a laboratory of human emotion, one very familiar to lots of people. I'm talking about the reality TV show, The Bachelor. Been around for 23 seasons. Every season, of course, is romance made in a petri dish. Throw in one guy, dozens of women. Each week, the guy ejects a few women from the petri dish until there is just one left. Okay?
Okay.
So go, and then Valentina, I will have you ask some questions soon, okay?
Okay.
Okay, go.
Act 1, breakout start. Okay, so we begin with this experiment gone wrong. Like I said, this is not a traditional experiment, not a traditional laboratory, but a laboratory of human emotions, one very familiar to a lot of people. I'm talking about the reality TV show, The Bachelor. Been around for 23 seasons. Every season, of course, is romance made in a petri dish. They throw in one guy, dozen of women. Each week, the guy ejects a few women from the petri dish until there is just one left.
Excellent. Okay. A couple of very small things. Ejects a few women. We never put an S on the end of women's except for a rare case of possession. The women's clothing, the women's movie, the women's choices, okay? He ejects a few women, all right? You usually want to put S on for a plural, but it's not there, women, okay? And then here, make sure you have the S on dozens. It's difficult because there's a Z in the middle, does, and you're not used to that consonant. The zeta sound, dozens, dozens. There's two Z's, dozens, dozens. Okay? Very good. All right, so this sentence, please. I'm talking about the reality TV show. Let's just make it simple. And then Valentina, you will ask the questions, okay? Go.
I'm talking about the reality TV show.
What am I talking about?
Okay, hold on, Valentina. You just changed two things, all right? You started to ask about the TV show, right?
Right.
Okay, then you don't want to use I because you're not talking about the TV show.
Okay.
He
What
is.
are you?
There you go. Good.
What are you talking about?
Good.
The reality TV show.
Good.
Are you talking about the reality TV show?
Yes, I am.
Are you talking about the program? The channels?
Try again.
Are you talking?
Okay, just change something and say it correctly, though. Change the
Okay.
noun.
Are you talking about the channels?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
So, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the reality TV show.
Good. Now, change. Valentina, go.
I'm talking about the reality TV show.
What are you talking about?
The TV show program.
What?
Sorry, the TV show. The
The
TV show.
reality TV show is the name of that.
The reality TV show.
Good.
the reality TV show.
Are you talking about the reality TV show?
Yes, I am.
Are you talking about the soap opera?
No, I'm not.
So, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the reality TV show. Andrews, I am not drinking, okay? Andrews is saying that I am drinking.
I know, I
am
just
not
saw
drinking.
that too while you were speaking. I saw that. Yes, Andrews, I think today that Valentina is not tight. I think she's not drinking today. She's very sharp. She's making very, very good sentences. So I don't think today she's drinking.
I am not drinking, Andrews, okay?
Okay, so very good. All right. Michael? You there?
Yes, teacher, I'm here, yes.
Excellent. And Laura, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so Michael, you're going to be Ira here. You're going to introduce Emmanuel, and then Laura is going to be Emmanuel, and she's going to read this second paragraph. So you will say the first paragraph, right? And then Laura, after Michael has introduced you, you're going to say this paragraph, okay? And then I'm going to have you talk to each other, all right? So Michael, go please.
Okay, and that's how it went until last season when, for the first time, one of the lab subjects, a very important one, escaped the lab with, yes, unintended consequences. One of our producers, Emmanuel Berry, tells what happened.
Excellent. Laura, go.
I've been watching The Bachelor for years, and I never seen anything like what's happening on episode 9 of season 23. There is the one moment that felt so real that I haven't shut up about it. Okay, so it's almost the last episode of the season. It's The Bachelor, so of course, they're filming in a romantic location, a beautiful property in Portugal.
Very good. Okay, Laura, just one very small thing. What's that word?
Happening.
Nope, there's no "e" on the end. Happened.
Happened, yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Otherwise, absolutely perfect. Oh, one other small thing. This sentence, it's typical for Spanish speakers to go up on the intonation on the last part of a sentence. For example, there's this one moment that felt so real that I haven't shut up about it. Shut up about it, right? But that is the phrase to be accented, to be stressed, okay? Actually, this is stressed, one moment, so real is stressed, and shut up is stressed. Notice that those are the most important words. The other words are either function words, connecting words like that, I, haven't, it, about, right? You do not stress function words, connecting words. You stress the important words like, there's this one moment that felt so real that I haven't shut up about it, right? The important thing is she's talking about it. She hasn't shut up about it, okay? So there's this one moment that felt so real that I haven't shut up about it. Got it?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so Laura, this is your sentence. Okay, Michael, questions, please, whatever you want.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
you know, within the framework of what we're doing. Don't get too crazy. I know you can, so don't do that.
I've been watching The Bachelor for years.
What have you been doing for years?
Watching The Bachelor.
Have you been watching The Bachelor for years?
Yes. I'm doing.
No.
Listen to his question. The right answer is in his question. Listen to his question.
Okay.
Have you been watching The Bachelor for years?
Yes, I have.
Excellent.
Excellent. Have you been watching MacGyver for years?
MacGyver?
Sorry, teacher. In Colombia,
No.
we say MacGyver. MacGyver, okay, yes.
MacGyver, yes.
I know you love it. I know you love it.
I do love MacGyver.
I knew.
Well, no, I haven't.
So, what have you been watching for years?
I've been watching The Bachelor for years.
Good. Now trade. Change places. So Michael, you'll say the sentence, and Laura, if you can make whatever question you want, you can, if you have problems, make the easy question, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I've been watching The Bachelor for years.
What have you watching for years?
What have you been watching?
What have you been watching for years?
The Bachelor.
Have you been watching The Bachelor for years?
Yes, I have.
Have you been watching Pretty Liars for years?
No, I haven't.
So what have been you watching for years?
What have you been?
What have you been watching for years?
I've been watching The Bachelor for years.
Good. So Laura, what did you change The Bachelor to? Something I didn't understand.
The series, for the other series.
What series?
Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, Pretty Little Liars?
Yeah.
Oh, Pretty Little Liars. That's difficult to pronounce.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to learn to pronounce that if you're going to say it. Pretty. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm doing. Let me sure I'm doing the right thing here. This is Pretty. Oops.
Yeah.
Little.
Little Liars.
Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you say that?
Pretty Little Liars.
Not bad. Start with liars. Just say liars.
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 Yeah, it's difficult.
Yes, but you can do it. Say liars.
Liars.
Little liars.
Little liars.
Little liars.
Little liars.
Little liars, little liars, little liars.
Pretty little liars, little liars, little
That's
liars.
better. Pretty Little Liars. Good. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've never seen Pretty Little Liars. Have you?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Is it good?
Has a plot interesting, Yeah.
It has an interesting plot.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. What is the plot of Pretty Little Liars?
I think the mysterious between the characters.
You think what between the characters?
Let me ready.
It's okay. I just wanted you to try to say it if you could tell me what the plot was. So the characters are they women? Are they all girls?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's about the missing person.
So it's a missing person.
Yeah, and so that is interesting because nobody know what happened.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what happened.
What happened, and that is the plot.
Okay, cool. All right. Marco, Mariana, are you both here?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, Marco,
okay.
You're going to be, Emmanuel. Mariana, you're going to be Emmanuel.
Okay.
Marco, you're going to be Colton. All right.
Okay.
So, Mariana, you're going to start here. And then Colton, Marco Underwood, you're going to go here.
Yes.
Okay. The bachelor this time around is Colton Underwood. He's 26, tall, sandy hair, handsome, a former football player. And as the show has mentioned it a million times, he's a virgin. I could care less. Online, I saw fans of the show describe him as sweet as sincere. My roommate once called him America's chicken nugget.
I'm here to fall in love. So hopeful by the end of this, I am down on one knee.
Okay, very good. Couple of small things. So we're going to practice this one just a little bit more. Okay, Marco? Okay. I'm here to fall in love. So hopefully, by the end of this, I am down on one knee.
Okay.
One more time.
I'm here to fall in love. So fall. I'm here to fall in love. So hopefully by the end of this, I am down one knee.
Close. Down on one.
Down on one knee.
Good. Okay, good. So you want to make this into fell for some reason, right? Fall is the verb, to fall.
Fall.
Right? But very good. All right. So here's the sentence. Let's just make it a little simpler and we'll just say the bachelor is Colton Underwood. Okay? So go Mariana and Marco, you ask the questions. The bachelor is Colton Underwood.
Okay. Who is the bachelor?
No, start out with the sentence.
Can I see the sentence again?
No, I'll tell you what the sentence is. The bachelor is Colton Underwood.
The bachelor is Colton Underwood.
Marco.
Okay. Who is the bachelor?
It is Colton Underwood.
No, Colton Underwood is.
Colton Underwood is.
When you start a sentence with a verb, that means it's probably going to be a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Colton Underwood the bachelor?
Yes, he is.
Is Jorge Calderon Underwood, The Bachelor?
Maybe for the next season? No, sorry. No, he's not. He isn't.
So, who is Underwood, The Bachelor?
No,
Who is the bachelor?
No, you got two nouns here. Okay, you've got a pronoun, sorry, a personal pronoun, Colton Underwood, a name, and you have what he is, the bachelor.
Okay.
Right? And so you changed Colton Underwood to Jorge Calderon. So now how do you ask the final question?
Okay. So is Jorge Calderon Underwood, The Bachelor?
No, that's not the final question. The final question is an information question.
Okay. So is Jorge Calderon The Bachelor?
One more time. I don't think I heard that right.
Again, a ver. So is Jorge Calderon?
No.
You're asking a yes/no question. The so is just the entonces, the resolution. Now you say so, now you ask an information question. I'll give you a hint. It starts with who.
Okay. So who is Underwood, The Bachelor?
No.
No.
No Underwood. Underwood is Colton. Colton Underwood. Remember?
Okay.
There you go. You can do it.
So who is The Bachelor?
Yes.
The bachelor is Colton Underwood.
Good. Now change.
Okay. The same?
Yes.
The sentence.
Do you have to read the sentence? You better not be reading it.
Okay. The Bachelor is Colton Underwood? Is the sentence?
Yes.
Okay. The Bachelor is Colton Underwood.
Who is the bachelor?
Is Colton?
Colton Underwood.
When you start a sentence with a verb, what does it mean, Marco?
Okay. Colton do.
What?
No.
Listen to the question one more time. Come on.
Okay.
One more time. Ask the question, Mariana. Every word you need is in the question.
Who is the bachelor?
Colton Under is.
Colton Underwood is.
Colton Underwood is.
Good.
Is the bachelor Colton Underwood?
Yes, he is.
Who? I don't know the name of. Is Fabián Padilla the bachelor?
No, he isn't.
So who is the bachelor?
The bachelor is Colton Underwood.
Good. Okay. Jorge Calderon, are you back, Mr. Bachelor, next year? Jorge. I think he's coming. Juan Jose, are you here? Kelly, are you here? Are you back today?
Yes,
Kelly,
I'm
can you
here, teacher, but I'm nervous.
But you're nervous?
Yes.
Oh, no,
my second
don't
class.
worry. You're going to be fine. And Sandy San Miguel.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Hi, Sandy. Okay.
Hi,
So,
teacher.
Sandy and Kelly, here is the sentence.
Okay.
Kelly, or Sandy, you're going to start with the sentence, Colton is running down the stairs. And don't worry, Kelly, I'll help you. So Sandy, go.
Okay, I start?
Sandy starts.
Okay.
Colton is running down the stairs.
Okay, first question, Kelly.
Who is running down the stairs?
Good.
Colton is.
Good.
Okay. No,
No.
that's
No, you have the word right there. All you do is change the order of Colton is to be
Okay.
is Colton.
Andres is running down the stairs.
No. First, you're going to ask the yes question where you don't change anything. And the way you do that is you just change the order of Colton and is. So instead of saying Colton is running down the stairs, you say is
Colton running down the stairs.
Excellent.
Yes,
Sandy?
he is.
Good.
Okay.
Now change to somebody else. Is
Okay. Russell is running down the
No. Question always the yes no question has to start with
I'm sorry. Is Russell running down the stairs?
No, he isn't.
Okay.
Now the intone says question.
Colton. So Colton.
Who? No, you change Colton to Russell.
Okay, so who is running down the stairs?
Colton is running down the stairs.
Excellent.
Finish.
Now change. Kelly's first. Go.
Colton is running down the stairs.
Who is running down the stairs?
Colton is.
Is Colton running down the stairs?
Yes, he is.
Is your mother running down the stairs?
I don't know what name say.
No, come on now. Is your mother running down the stairs?
Okay. No, she isn't. Mother.
Good.
So who is running down the stairs?
Colton is running down the stairs.
Excellent. All right. Fanny.
Thank you.
Fanny and Jason. Jason, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and Fanny is there. Okay, so Fanny, go with this sentence. He's taking off his mic.
He's taking off his mic.
Who is taking off his mic?
He is.
Yes.
Is he taking off his mic?
Yes, he is.
Make sure you say yes, he is. You can't say he's. You can't use the contraction here when you're giving the answer. You have to say yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Are you taking off your mic?
No, I am not.
Good.
So who is taking off his mic?
He's taking off his mic.
Okay. Now we're going to change, but we're going to use this sentence. The producers start calling for Chris. Go.
Okay. The producer start calling for Chris.
Okay, hold on. Let's get this right. There is no S sound between producers and start. The producers start. Producers start. It's like this is one S. It's an S and an S. So the producers start calling for Chris. Do not stop between those two words and say the producers start. No, the producers start calling for Chris.
Okay, the producers start calling for Chris.
Excellent.
Okay. Who produced start calling for Chris?
No, if you're asking, wait. Now, Fanny.
Yes.
Are you, with your who question, are you asking about the producers or Chris?
Sorry.
No, I'm just asking the question. Do you want to ask the question about the producers or Chris? Okay, so we just replaced the producers with who, right? But we have to use the singular form, which means we have to add S on starts. Who starts calling for Chris?
Sorry. I forget that, sorry. Who producers start?
No, no producers. You're
sorry.
asking a question about the producers, so that goes away.
Who starts calling for Chris? Who starts calling for Chris?
The producer do.
The producers do.
Yes, the
Good.
producer do.
Excellent.
Do the producers start calling for Chris?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Do the producer start calling for Maria? Sorry.
What?
Sorry. Do the producers start calling for Mario?
No, they don't.
So, but
This is-
I am mistake, teacher.
Okay, are you ready? Do you know what the question is going to be?
Mario.
No, you're going to, the question is about either Mario or Chris. So what's your question?
Okay, I do the question again. Okay.
No.
No, just ask the what question or the who question. This is the last question.
So who? Yes. So who?
Who do the producers?
So who the producers start calling for Chris?
No, you changed Chris to Mario. So you have to just say, who do the producers start calling for?
For Mario.
No, no, your question is, who did the producers start calling for? The answer is Chris. That's the answer that you're going to get. You are asking a question.
So who the producer start calling for?
Right, except for you need do. Who do the producers?
Sorry, yes. Who do the producers start calling for?
Good. And the answer?
For Chris?
The whole sentence.
Okay, the producer starts calling for Chris.
Okay, good, but it's the producers start, no S.
Yeah.
They start. Okay, good. All right, good. So, Luis, are you a new student? Luis Fernando? Or no?
Yes.
You're a new student?
Yeah. No. Last Friday.
Oh, last Friday. Okay. So, do you understand a little bit now what we do?
Yes.
Do you want to try?
Yes. Yes, I want.
Okay. And Jennifer Pena, are you here? Okay. Who have I missed? Who did I not give an opportunity to? I apologize. I'm getting old. I can't remember everybody. Juan Jose? Oh, Alejandra. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so Alejandra and Luis, all right? Here's your sentence. Go, Luis, and Alejandro ask the question.
Chris Harrison is the host of the show.
Who is the host of the show?
Chris Harrison is.
Excellent.
So is the producer the host of the show?
No, the first question we ask is the yes question. So all we do is change the is and the Chris Harrison. Keep the same sentence.
Okay, teacher, sorry. Is Chris Harrison the host of the show?
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Now change something.
Then is Emmanuel the host of the show?
No, he isn't.
Then who is the host of the show?
Chris Harrison is the host of the show.
Okay, now change.
Chris Harrison is the host of the show.
Who is the host of the show?
Chris Harrison is.
Is Chris Harrison the host of the show?
Yes, he is.
Is Carlos Martinez the host of the show?
No, he isn't.
So who is the host of the show?
Chris Harrison is.
The whole sentence.
Chris Harrison is the host of the show.
Okay, now I want you to try something different. The same two, the same exactly as you just did, but I want you to expand the sentence. Now, here is the sentence. Go.
Chris Harrison.
Yes. Yes, go. Go, Luis.
Chris Harrison is the host of the show, who's forever popping into scenes unannounced.
Okay. Go. Question. Make the easy question. Who?
Who is forever popping into his sense?
Well, I want you to still use all of the words in the sentence. So,
who is forever popping into his sense?
no. If you're asking a question about, you're going to ask about Chris Harrison, right?
Oh, yes, teacher.
So just replace Chris Harrison with who?
Who is forever popping into his sense announcer?
No. I'll give you the example. All right. I'll give you a few examples. Okay. So go, Luis, with the sentence.
Chris Harrison is the host of the show, who's forever popping into scenes unannounced.
Okay, now I'm going to ask a few questions. Who is the host of the show who's forever popping into scenes unannounced?
Chris Harrison is.
Okay. What is Chris Harrison who's forever popping into scenes unannounced?
Please repeat, please.
What is Chris Harrison who's forever popping into scenes unannounced?
What?
I'm asking about his job. What is Chris Harrison who's forever popping into scenes? I'm asking you what his job is.
Chris Harrison is the host of the show.
All you have to, I already know he's Chris Harrison. Give me the short answer. Who is Chris Harrison who's forever popping into scenes unannounced?
Yes, Chris Harrison is.
No.
No.
I asked you, who is Chris Harrison who's forever popping into scenes unannounced?
He is the host of the show.
Perfect. He's the host of the show. Right.
Okay,
right.
Okay.
What is Chris Harrison, the host of the show, doing in scenes unannounced?
He is forever popping into scenes unannounced.
Right. He's forever popping into them. Because I already said they're into scenes unannounced, you don't have to repeat it. You can say he's forever popping into them. Okay?
Into them. Okay.
What is Chris Harrison, host of the show, forever doing?
He is popping into scenes unannounced.
Okay, so do we understand? Alejandro, you get the idea?
Yes, teacher. I
Okay,
think so.
So let's go with the Luis again and Alejandra with the simple question, who is the host of the show? Let's start out simple. Go.
Okay. Chris Harrison is the host of the show, who's forever popping into scenes unannounced?
Who is Chris Harrison, who is forever popping into his sense unannounced?
Chris Harrison is.
Well, remember, Alejandra, I just asked you to replace Chris Harrison with who?
Okay, teacher. Who is the host of the show, who is
Good.
forever popping into his sense unannounced? Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
Chris Harrison is.
What is doing?
Now you
Chris-
ask the yes question. Now you ask the yes question just like you did before, but the sentence is longer.
Okay, teacher. So,
Is Chris Harrison?
Is Chris Harrison, who is the forever popping into his sense?
No, you can't. Don't leave out the host of the show. I
Okay.
want the whole sentence.
Is Christian Harrison the host of the show, who is forever popping into his sense unannounced?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Now change Chris Harrison to Isabella Ramirez.
Is Elisa Martinez the host of the show, who is forever popping into his sense unannounced?
No, she isn't.
Okay.
Then,
Entonces,
then who is the host of the show, who is forever popping into his sense unannounced?
Chris Harrison is the host of the show who's forever popping into scenes unannounced.
Very good. So, two things. This word is scenes. Scenes. The E here is silent. Scenes. And this is a Z. This is zeta. Scenes.
Scenes.
And here, this E in unannounced. Silent. Not unannounced, no. Unannounced. Unannounced.
Unannounced.
Yes,
Thank you.
this D turns into a T sound. Unannounced. Chris Harrison is a host of the show who's forever popping into scenes unannounced. What do they mean here by forever? What's another word for forever?
Always?
Always. Perfect. Yes. This is a very strange word use of the word forever. It's very literary. It's not informational. It gives the sentence some flavor. All right. Like she likes this word. Good. So.
Teacher,
Yes.
excuse me. What does unannounced mean?
Unannounced. Okay. So I will give you a hint. The prefix un, means not. Not.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then, do you have any idea what announced means? I think it's very close to anunciar. Is it the same in Spanish?
Anunciado. Yep,
Yes.
it's the same. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it just means not announced or surprise. It's surprising that he's there.
Okay, thanks, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
All right. I have to go a little early today, but I do have some time for questions. Does anyone have questions about this story?
Teacher,
Yes.
in the last sentence, when we ask with who, I think that it's not necessary to use that second who. I mean, who's the host of the show forever popping into scenes unannounced instead of using who's forever, right?
It's optional. Who's sounds a little better. Who's forever popping into scenes unannounced. This is an example of a co-location where who's forever or who's always is a very common combination of words. But you're correct that it would be grammatically correct without that. Chris Harrison is the host of the show. Forever popping into scenes unannounced is grammatically correct. It doesn't sound as good as when you say who's forever.
Well, it's because for not repeating the same word, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's for literary effect, just as the word forever is for literary effect. You very rarely see the word forever used as always like this. I mean, it does mean into eternity and always, but very rarely, you would almost always see the word, the word always. You would forever see always in this position in a sentence. Yes.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Yeah.
Teacher, I have a question. This sentence, what does it mean? He lifts up and pulls himself over. What does it mean?
Right here.
Yeah, he lifts up and pulls himself over.
Okay. Leap is another word for what? Anybody?
Jump.
Leap.
To jump, exactly. To jump.
Yeah, jump.
Yes. The difference between leap and jump is typically that a leap is a long distance more than a jump. A jump can be anything. It can be a short distance. It can be a long distance. A leap is usually a very long distance. A leap. What does Longman have to say about this? To jump high into the air, or to jump in order to land in a different place. To jump from one place to another, or to leap. Or past tense, leapt. Notice the difference, English and British. Leapt, past tense, past tense. Okay, leapt and leapt. Same word, different spelling.
Teacher,
Different?
I'm afraid you're not sharing your audio.
Really? Are you sure? Am I back?
I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear now? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, hello.
I may
can
have
hear
a,
you. No,
I may
we can-
have a problem. I may have
No, you didn't have a problem. I think most of us could hear you properly.
Okay.
No, I can hear you, but I can't hear the word you're picking in your screen. This this sentence. So
okay.
You're not sharing your.
Oh, sorry. I have to, let me try to fix that. Okay. Thank you. Very good.
She leapt over the fence.
Good.
Now it is.
Better.
Yes.
Okay. So the spelling, leapt, the same word pronounced the same way.
Brenda leapt the gate and ran across the field.
Okay. The British spell it like this. The North Americans spell it like this. We do not say leapt. We also do not say learnt. Learnt. Okay, you've probably seen this many times. Past tense of learn. Americans, we say, North Americans, we say learned. British people say learnt. That's weird. That sounds very strange to me. Learnt. But it's perfectly fine in Britain. to move quickly and with a lot of energy.
I leapt up the stairs 3 at a time.
He leapt out of bed. She leapt to her feet and started shouting.
Okay, so that's leap. He leaps up. Okay, so we get that part right. He jumps up very high and does what? Pulls himself over. Do we understand that?
Teacher, what does pulse mean?
To pull. Anybody know?
Yes, when you pull
Yes.
a door, for example.
The opposite of push.
True.
I understand
But-
that.
Out.
Yes.
Push out.
Okay.
That's why we have Mr. Longman to tell us that pull means to use your hands to make something or someone move towards you or in the direction that your hands are moving. So you can pull yourself up. To use force to take something away, to pull away, or to have it pulled, have something pulled, to make something follow you or to take something out. In this case, he's moving his body over the fence. So he's pulling himself up and over.
Okay, understand things.
Okay, so everybody, thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Has everybody been continuing to listen to the story, this story?
Yes, we have.
Okay, have you listened to 100% of this section? Or are you still listening to parts of it? By this I mean breakout star.
Well, in my case, I haven't finished. I haven't finished it.
Okay, has anyone finished?
Yes, me too. I'm listening the Act 2.
Oh, you're listening to Act 2. Okay, I would suggest that you go back to Act 1 and listen to Act 1 repeatedly until you know Act 1 very, very well.
I listen it every day first, and later I listen the Act 2.
Okay, good. I should tell you that Act 2 is a little crazy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, very crazy.
Yes. So some people maybe will not like Act 2, right?
Well,
Jennifer Pena. So you're saying where this is my first class. Okay, let me give you a let me upload a file to you and for anybody else that needs it. And you have right here, you'll have it in the file too, but you have here the addresses for the podcast. This American Life is the name of the podcast. Okay? Right here. Now, oh, nice, Valentina, thank you. I'm going to upload, if I can somehow be smarter than the computer, I'm going to upload the document. Okay, this is downloads. Documents? Advanced English, Rev F, online. Okay. Standard. Go. All right. So, Jennifer, anybody else? I just uploaded a PDF file called Advanced English Independent Learning. Okay? So you should see that and you should be able to download it to your computer and look through it. And if you have any questions, you can ask them next time. Oops. I think I sent this wrong. Hold on. I sent it to Aurelius only. I don't know why. because I'm not very smart. All right, we're trying again. All right, so everybody see that file? It's being uploaded now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Jennifer, do you have the file? Are you good? Okay, anybody?
Yes,
that
teacher.
Excellent. So anybody that needs it, there's the file. That's the learning file that tells you what we're doing here and how we're doing it. So please keep working on Escape from the Lab, and we will talk tomorrow. Is everybody doing okay on is the Matrix group doing okay? Does everybody have access to the movie? Or if you don't, do you at least have my audio files that I've sent you for the first 20 minutes?
Teacher, I can't find some website to watch Matrix, but
Okay.
your audio, I have listened.
Okay.
And about This American Life, the truth is that I haven't listened nothing about the podcast. I listened another podcast.
I
teacher.
understand. I know you, it's very special for you because you were on the Colombian Bachelor, and it's very emotional for you to hear this story. So when you were the Bachelor, did you run away?
What, teacher?
When you were in the Colombian Bachelor, did you escape or did you stay for the whole show?
I don't know.
Weren't you the Colombian Bachelor?
He jumped at the fence too.
Yeah, did you jump over the fence?
I can't understand.
Okay.
I'm sure that you are.
I know why. I'm saying that I understand why you do not want to listen to Breakout Star, right? Because you are a bachelor. And so I think you are a television star. And so when you were a bachelor, did you run away? Did you escape? Are you married?
No, teacher, of course I don't.
You're not married?
No, I don't run away, teacher. I don't.
Okay. Now, how do you answer the question if I ask you, Andres Felipe, are you married? How do you answer that question?
How do you? No, no, I'm not.
Good. No, I'm not. Excellent. Good job. All right, everybody. Thank you. See you tomorrow, okay?
See you tomorrow, Teacher Ross.
Follow the white rabbit.
Tomorrow.
Thank you, teacher. See you.
See ya.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
You too.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. See you soon.
Very much for everything.
You bet. Happy to do it. See you soon.
See you.
Yeah.